Hi, I'm Daniel Grom, and this video is going to show you how to put together your tank vise. I want to thank you for your purchase. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to lay out all your parts. There's going to be a lot of parts that are not going to be needed at this time. Part number 4468, not going to need this. Part number 3279, 3352, not going to need them. So you're going to take a lot of these parts and set them aside. These over here are the parts that you're going to need. So we're going to start assembling with the main tower. And you're going to put both feet on the main tower. You're going to take your washer nuts and your T-nuts and you're going to halfway assemble them on the feet. And once you have this assembled, you're then just going to slide it down. Now, I prefer the feet to be going side to side from the tank vise. Most of your pressure is going to be side to side, so that's really important. And this is going to be on all the feet. It's going to go side to side. And one of the things I suggest is get yourself a screw gun with the hex head bit on it. It'll make your assembly go a lot faster. Sliply slide it down like so. Take your screw gun. I don't tighten it really tight at this point. You might have to take it apart during assembly. I have the clutch set real low. And it's that easy to get your main part. So this is going to be going side to side. So the next part you're going to do is this guy here. And you're going to use your T-handles and the bolts will go with them. These have a washer on them. You're going to want the washer on the outside of it. Now, you're only going to use one T-handle and two regular nuts, two washer nuts. Because it's going to be permanent on one side. The other side's for the adjustable part. Okay, now that you've assembled this, you're going to slide this on where your feet are. And snug it down right in the middle. That's fine. Then you're going to put this on top. Take your hex nuts, screw those down, and that'll be ready for the next part. All right, the next step is if you line up these three shorter pieces, it's the longest one, and it's marked C. And this is going to go on this part. You take your T-nut, put it through, put your washer on the other side next to the handle, start it, slide it down, snug it down, and that's how the main tower is assembled, and you got full adjustability in the height. Now, once you set your height, you're probably not going to change it very much, but it's there for when you do need it. All right, the next step is to get these flathead hex nuts and this flat plate that's countersunk, and they're going to slide in there, and this is going to go right on top. And tighten that down. Now in version 2.0, there is a piece that you can put on here to make it adjust side to side. On this one, we're not doing that, but you can put that piece on in place or take it off. It's your choice. Then the next step is to take your main extrusion. So it's the second longest in the bunch, and that's going to assemble up here. And what I do with that is I use T-nuts for that, because this one you do adjust quite often. And for here, I'm going to put it right in the center with your T-nuts, T-handles, like so. You're going to take this and you're going to slide it on. I'm going to probably get it almost, I like it sticking about 2 fingers over. Set it up here. All right. Now your tank vise is fully assembled. And now we're going to add the support arm. So this is the thing that I made different in this version, 3.0, is this used to be a 2x4 or 2x2. We're making it into a 2x4. Give it a little bit more strength, mainly because it's got 4 bolts for the feet, where the last one only had 2. So it gives it a little bit more stability. And you have a couple choices here to assemble this. You can use 2 of these pieces, or you can use 1 and use this. The advantage of using this is you put it in and just put it in finger tight, line it up, and you're gonna actually put either T or L in here and slide it on. Now, when you do it like this, there's one little advantage, is you have this little angle that you don't have up here. And sometimes you do need that real estate, sometimes you don't. But if you have both of these, they're a little bit stronger. But in this case, for this example, I'm going to do it just like that. Then I'm going to take your T-nuts and your washer nuts or bolts. Put these on. All right, now that you got this thing fully assembled, we're going to go over a few of the accessories. So I want to start off with these little blocks that come with the set. These are really cool and handy. Basically, they can slide anywhere on the T-slot, and you just loosen them up, slide them on, and you can take any cross member and slide it on. And I usually use 2. I have used 1 before, but it's not quite that strong. But once you have it on there, you can see you can move this at any angle that you need. Now, most times, the only time I usually use these blocks is on a older Harley tank that's what I call a half tank. So it comes in two halves, and you're gonna the bolt pattern is offset a little bit, so you're gonna need this skewed at a slight angle. And then once you have that angle set, you can tighten it down, and that thing isn't going anywhere. So the next accessory I want to show you is sometimes like in this area here, I've got something covering this T-slot and it's bolted to the ground. I need to bolt something to this. And I would have to take all this off in order to slide one of the T-nuts down there. These are called rolling nuts, and they actually just pop in sideways. They springing load inside. Now, I usually use something like this to help me roll it in and just skew it in there. Once you set it in there, you can use this as leverage and it'll slot and it'll stay there with this little spring that's on the back. So these are called rolling nuts. They'll come in handy, trust me. The next piece is this odd little piece. And what's cool about this is sometimes, like a fender, you want to make this double wide. You want to make it like this. So you take this guy, and you can take two of them come in the set, and you can slide them both like this. Assemble this one real quick. And once you have it in there, the tighter you have this, that's locked into place now. But you've got this double. Now I have a fender, and the fender holes are about this wide. Now I can put this in the fender and put a couple washers in there that come in the set, and you can mount this, once you have this mounted onto the fender, onto the tank vise to work on a fender. All right, the last one I want to show you is this little single guy, and I'll put it right here on the end. Snug that down. And I'll take this guy, slide it on, and now so you can see this little piece helps it slide on there. Tighten this down. And now you got yourself an L shape. Like that. So that's a little overview for the accessories, but you can always go on MPDR World to ask for more help and see examples of the way other guys are mounting tanks. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.